So, if you're not familiar with this channel is Steve's Art and Fun channel, and I didn't really have much of a subject to really talk on today. Usually, I do rants on like cryptids and stuff, things of that nature, or I rant on. I wouldn't even say political things, but people call it political, but it's just my opinion. Like things I think is dumb, or things that I think is are retarded, things that I think are just stupid, and I don't like. Like people have certain different lifestyles and ways that they behave and decisions they make and stuff. And a lot of times, I do the thing where I just come on this and I'll just say it as it is and call people all types of names and critique it and say why I think it's BS and why I don't like this, or things that I do like why I like this or this from this culture and that and this and that, and I talk about stuff like that. But today, what I really wanted to speak on, which it's just because I thought it was really strange. So today, I keep thinking it's gonna be really, really, really cold because how it feels at nighttime, and then I go outside today, and I'm not gonna lie. Today is probably, I would say it's probably like the most beautiful October day I think I've seen living in this state. I don't even understand why it's as warm as it is. It doesn't seem to make any sense. The sun was beating down. The sun is in a certain direction. It normally is not in that direction. And the way that it was coming down from like there, I was like, man, do I have to actually worry about getting a tan in dang October? I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what the hell? I mean, today, in all honesty, if I was in the right place under the right circumstances, and it was this warm, depending on how much energy I had exerted, or how much my body heat went up, or what I was wearing, like wearing something like this, thinking it's going to be colder, I would try to find a body of water, and I would basically down dress, and I would probably walk around in the water a little bit. Yeah, but I'd have to see how, because sometimes water is much cooler than the temperature of everything else. But if it was the right balance, I may do just that. And I may actually even use the water to expose myself to that coldness a little, because I know inevitably by the time it gets winter, I know that everything's going to be all cold. So, in my mind, it just makes sense to do something like that. But I was just surprised. I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? It's just never like this, man. Where I live, it's not always cold, but it tends to be colder than what you'd think sometimes. And I don't know. Today's just not that type of day. It's like I was literally outside, just like extremely comfortable. You know what I mean? To the point to where there was enough sun, and I could have sat where the sun was, but I rather prefer to sit in the shade because I don't like to ever expose myself to just direct sunlight most of the time. Usually, if I'm cold enough, I may try to do that, but if it's warm enough, it's really weird because I'll explain. If it's warm enough for me to expose myself like to direct sunlight, well then I start thinking like, why am I sitting and just baking in direct sunlight? That's not really healthy in my opinion either. It's really not. I don't care how black you are, that ain't healthy. And then you look at my complexion, for you to even really see any detail on anything, I would actually need more light on myself. This is actually horrible lighting, really. Because for a black person like myself, it's just, you don't get the right, what do you call it? You don't get the right breakdown of like shadow, contrast, because my skin's just simply too dark for that. And this type of lighting doesn't show shadows and contrast.
to suffer. So, I hope that you can hear my audio. And I don't know, I guess you could call this a disclaimer or whatever. And I'm an extra kind of side rant, going off on a tangent such as that. So, YouTube and media in general has this thing about, they have this thing about, like, disclaimer, say something, it's like, this music, I didn't make this music, so, I don't own the rights to this, so like, on this, basically, these music tracks, the tracks that I made, so, it's not like it's technically copyrighted music, so that's one thing that, like, I don't have to worry about. Now, I believe it or not, it's kind of a fun practice, in my opinion, to trying to make a track, but sometimes you just want to grab, like, something off the internet and just throw it on, or something that you've already heard before, you feel would fit the video, and just slap it onto a video. This is annoying in my opinion, that whole copyright thing, and the whole audio, video, copyright, it's annoying. I don't even know how some people, they do these videos where they use examples and tips and things, and I don't know, somehow that doesn't bother YouTube or whatever. But, I also have to say, like, anything that you see me do on this YouTube is simply to give you ideas. This is not made for you to go recklessly recreate something I did, or use the concepts that I may have, like, presented on the channel to harm yourself or harm someone else or whatever. Things on this channel is made to give you ideas for recreational things. And at the same time, give you a philosophical look into, like, a concept, right? Something that maybe you can apply to your life, something maybe that you're already doing, but you just wanted to figure if another person is doing the same thing. Now, I am openly a Satanist on this channel, obviously. If you watch any of my content, you know I'm Satanist. You know that I have a specific type of belief system. You know that I believe in certain things for my own life. Now, your own life is what it is. You can live your life how you want it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk and critique it. Doesn't mean I'm going to have a different opinion, because I just do. But, really what I'm saying, the gist of this whole channel is, it's simply entertainment, and that's all it is. Like, that's why it's on YouTube, because it's entertainment. So, I don't want to hear anyone saying that it is anything but entertainment, okay? You get my point, right? Like, it's just, hold on, man, you got said. But that's not Steve's art himself, right? Because the channel is about artistic expression and fun and leisure. Leisure is the key word. Like, if you have leisure time, like I wish I had enough time, this channel just gives you ideas, that's all. It just puts thoughts in your head, and then you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Who knows? You may even try to promote the way you do your channel. Based off of how you see I do my channel, and copy the hell out of me. I'll be really pissed off about that. If you're more successful than me. But this channel opens the door for that. Like, it's like, okay, so I gave you an idea. It'll be interesting to see what you're going to do about it. And then also, when I speak on things on this channel, or say things, or demonstrate something, it's my way of trying to basically put people on to a certain type of thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to show you how you might want to do this X, Y, Z thing. And you may want. Now you may be completely against anything I'm doing. You're like, oh, I like how you do that. That's not correct. That's stupid. That's a dumb idea. Okay. But you know, that's what the channel really is, and that's me really not. Well, that's me trying to put it in a nutshell. So just watch the video, enjoy it, then realize that this channel is entertaining.
Contrast and stuff the right way. You know what I mean? It would need his lights would need to be set up, and I'm not going through all that. I'm not wasting the money to have fancy lights like that just to get a look so I can look better, more attractive, or whatever. You know, not at this time. But you get what I'm saying, like how shadows make you look more attractive depending on how the light's shining on your face, your body, stuff like that. But what I'm really trying to say is, when you're outside, it's like I'm not a fan, and I don't believe in just sitting in like sunlight that is a certain level of sunlight just directly, because all that does is just age your skin, it can damage your skin over time, and in all honesty, it's not really that comfortable. It can be comfortable, but it'd have to be like a day like this, like the balance of the perfect balance. You know what I mean? But then in that same regards, like I'm thinking, well, I'm not trying to sit here and get any darker. I'm not trying to look any older. So why would I be sitting out in the sun? You know what I mean? That's like sun chasing is something that only a couple people do, and I'm not trying to say it's in an offensive way. Sun chasing is for people that either believe there's benefits of just sitting in the sun. That's one person that may believe that. And I'm not going to try to dispute whether they're right or wrong, because I really don't know. I actually don't think there's much benefit. I think there's more damage, but whatever. Two, someone who's pale enough to where they feel or really need more tan, so they feel like they're literally trying to tan. And three, someone who just doesn't care what's going on. They're not thinking. They're just thinking, I just like sitting in the sun. I'm none of those people. So me, it has to be a right balance, and even if I still have to decide whether I'm really gonna just go do that. But you know, my nose still wants to run though, and I'm inside. It's weird. I was outside, nothing. Now my nose wants to run while I'm inside. Um, and I turned the heater off because I don't need it. I'd be burning up at this point. I might even take some of these layers off. So, this is a short rant. I'm gonna keep it short. This rant is nothing of significance. It's just me ranting about an odd day, a very strange day, in a temperature that I oddly ever see. A combo of fall like conditions, and then enough warmth that doesn't make any sense, and all this brightness coming out of nowhere. So that's the end of the rant, and this is Steve's Art and Fun channel. Have a nice day.